when it comes to eating healthy, one of the things that I've personally been doing little bit by little bit over the years is really making sure that not just the food that I'm cooking is healthy, but what I'm cooking my food in is also healthy, because that is a huge component of what we're putting on the table, what we're putting on our plates. Before it gets to our plates, it gets into some sort of small appliance or some sort of cookware. So today I wanted to share the cookware that I think is healthiest for my family. There's some things that I'm phasing out, there's some things that I'm bringing in, and I'm super excited because this hasn't even been opened yet. It was just delivered, and I'm so excited for this. This is something that I have literally just had my eye on for the longest time, and I'll show you what that is in just a moment. But let me get right into some of the things that are like workhorses for me that help me to get healthy food on the table quickly while still keeping it healthy. So I am a huge, sorry that was loud. I'm a huge fan of the green pan, and this has no toxic chemicals or coatings in it. So it's PFAO and PFOA and cadmium and lead safe and all of those things. It's free of all of the toxins that can be in a lot of cookware finishes. So I have to replace these two. I've had these for a couple of years now, but they are starting to show some wear. And that's one of the things that whenever our cookware is starting to wear away or to have scratches and things like that, it's a good time to kind of start replacing things. And it is an investment, in my opinion. It's an investment in our health, but it's the things that we're doing on a daily basis that are touching our food every single day that we may not even be aware of. So we can be eating on cookware that's scratched and damaged, and that is then getting into our food, and then we're ingesting that. So I like to start, one of the things I'm phasing out are some of the non-stick, safe for things like toxins. It's toxin free. I'm going for things like the green pan. I really like this brand. I love it for things like pancakes and anything that I think is going to stick. I love the non-stick of this and that it's non-toxic. I have a couple of scratches in these too, so I will be replacing these sometime in the next few months. So that is a workhorse for me though. I love it to make scrambled eggs and pancakes and grilled sandwiches and things like that. I absolutely love using these. They're just so easy to saute some sausage in, or anything that I don't want to stick, or anything that doesn't have a lot of fat or that I don't want to add a lot of extra fat to. I like to use these. So these are the green pans, and I have the large one, I have the small one. I don't have a wok, so a lot of times when I do stir fry, I'll actually use this one. And then when I do little things like just making fried eggs in the morning for my son for breakfast, I like to use this one. Clean, super easy, nothing sticks to it. Haven't had any issues with this, and I've had these for a few years. As you can tell, these are well worn, and if you have ever watched me cook anything on this channel, you have seen probably both of these. I just used this one in one of the videos to make some grain-free almond flour tortillas not long ago. Nothing sticks to it. Absolutely love these. If you are looking to replace your just everyday pans and you're looking for something that's non-stick but also non-toxic, these are my go-to. So next up, I've got to show you my stove, and this was a gift from my mother-in-law. I've had this for, my goodness, maybe 5 or 6 years. It's been a long time. This is it's really heavy, and this is not like old school cast iron. I mean, it is on the inside, but on the outside we have this beautiful enameled finish, which I absolutely love. This one I actually leave just sitting out on my stove once I season it, which is just a process of taking some oil and rubbing the inside, and then you just put it on the stove or put it in the stove, and you just let that just heat up, and it just absorbs that oil, and it just keeps the finish really beautiful. But I love cast iron because you can beat it up. You cannot, you can't hurt it. And I've even watched some of those videos where people have restored cast iron. It just lasts a lifetime, and it can be passed on again and again. And when it comes to healthier cookware, we have a lot of new beautiful options. So something like this cast iron, it's cast iron on the inside, and on the outside it's coated in an enamel. This is handmade in France, but they have a great attention to detail, and that's wonderful. What I absolutely love about it is the fact that you can cook almost anything in it that you don't need to be nonstick. So when I want a sear on lamb or on beef, I absolutely love, love, love to use this. Anything that has a higher fat really sears and cooks beautifully in this, and I have used the heck out of it. It's really, really easy to clean. I just use a stiff brush. I use a little bit of baking soda, and then I just season it with a little bit of coconut oil or avocado oil, and that just keeps its integrity. But I love this because unlike the old school cast iron, it's not bumpy. It has this beautiful satin finish, and it's super smooth. And so many things I have cooked in this, and they have come out wonderfully, especially meat. So this is one of my absolute favorites. When I'm making gravy, mushroom gravy, or if I'm making Salisbury steak, if I am making chicken, if whatever I am making will work in this. And I actually use this on my electric stove. It cooks beautifully. But that is the stove. I absolutely love the air fryer for several reasons. One of them being, if you have a small space and you don't want to, or you have a really tiny kitchen. I'm working with a really tiny kitchen right now, and this saves me time. This saves me the headache of, you know, having just oil everywhere. And then if you want to cook with less oil, this is such a great option. I make probably maybe every week I make wings and fries for my family, and this is my go-to for that. But I absolutely love this one. This is great for small spaces. If you're in a small apartment, or you have a tiny kitchen like I do right now, or if you are someone who is traveling, this is a go-to. Like, this one can replace so many things that you would do. So whether it's roasting or frying, anything that you can roast or fry or defrost, or anything from the freezer section. You can even make cake in here. They have special liners for it. I have not done that, but you could if you wanted to. This one I have been using for years upon years now, and they're just great to travel with. When my husband was out of town, I actually sent him with one so he could just put some things in the air fryer, or grab some, you can grab a pack of organic chicken wings and make some wings in here. So this is one of the things that I absolutely love. This is a workhorse in my house. So the other thing that I really love is that it does have a non-stick basket, and if you're concerned about any like toxins or anything like that, the surface can get scratched. One of the things that I have been using lately are these Reynolds unbleached parchment air fryer liners. And if you're not familiar with these, you can get them for about $4. I think it was $3 or $4 at my local Walmart. You can also buy them online on Amazon. I believe they're around the same price. I'll link them. But it folds in half, and then you just can pop your little liner in here. This makes cleanup a breeze, and it's perforated with all your little holes in it so that airflow can still happen. So this is definitely a workhorse for me. I don't know what I did before this. I think I just spent way more time in the kitchen, and I'm able to get fried foods without having to deep fry them in oil. Back in the day, they had things like, my grandmother and my mom had something called a fry daddy, and that's what they used to make things convenient, but you were still cooking in a ton of oil. With this, you don't have to cook with any oil at all, or you can just do a light spray of something like avocado oil since it has a high smoke point. I'm gonna get to this in just a moment. The Instant Pot. I have friends who are like, they've only cooked 1 or 2 things in the Instant Pot. I cook almost everything. Everything that I can't air fry or cook on the stove goes in here. Or in the oven, I put in this bad boy. This is probably one of the best inventions ever, because back in the day, they had pressure cookers that had 2 handles. You had to turn them, and I was scared to death of them because my mom had one literally explode and hit the ceiling. Food went everywhere for, I mean, as far as your eye could see, and it scared me, and honestly, it traumatized me, so I was like, I'm not messing with a pressure cooker. This changed the game because it has so many safety features within it. It makes a sound when you turn it. It has a vent that you can, you know, turn, and if you try to take the lid off without venting it first, it has that fail proof, so you don't do that. So many things can be made in here. I make my 4-minute mashed potatoes in here. I make rice in here. I make stews. I make soups. I love soups, like all the times of the year, like every season I love soup. I've made chili, white bean chicken chili in here, regular chili in here, lentil soup. I make dry beans and soak them and put them in here, and they taste better than ever buying them and getting them out of a can, and it's cheaper. There's so many things, and this is so versatile. I absolutely love it. I've steamed things in here. I make quinoa. I could go on and on for the things that you can do in this pot. And when I say it feeds a crowd, it feeds a crowd. Let me open it for you. But this has a stainless steel pot that goes within it. If you're unfamiliar, it tells you the max fill line. It tells you how much liquid to put in here. I have put frozen chicken in here with some stock and a couple of potatoes and made a soup that took 22 minutes. I make a chicken salad where I put my chicken breast in here and do that. If you're someone who wants to cook quickly, feed a lot of people, and to keep things healthy, this is the way to go. You don't have to heat up your entire house with it, which is a beautiful thing within itself. So this replaces a slow cooker. This replaces a pressure cooker. In my opinion, I've had things in here like making a roast that literally take me 45 minutes when a roast usually takes hours upon hours. This is, if you don't have an Instant Pot, try it out. Don't be afraid. As someone who was traumatized by one exploding, this will not do that. I absolutely love it. I love this brand. They have other brands as well, but this is my go-to. Absolutely love it. I am going to show you what I have been literally waiting on. I've been waiting to do this video so I could show it to you and so I can open it up with you and do an unboxing. I'm super excited about this because a lot of things that I'm trying to replace in my kitchen are going to be like all those things that can scratch and that can get messed up and that can leach toxins into our food. I want things that are going to last, that I can literally pass down to my family if I wanted to. I am going to open this up. I'm so excited. So these are investment pieces, which I think that whenever we're cooking, we are investing in our health. Whenever cooking and eating healthy food and cooking it in a healthier way, I believe that we are investing in our health and investing in our wellness. So this is the brand. Here we go. So this brand is actually hand forged and made in Charleston, South Carolina. So this is my little packing slip. I got the flat top griddle and the number 12 skillet. And I also got engraving on it, so I'm super excited about this. So here is one of them. Oh my goodness. So this is the brand. It's called Smithy. Love the green. We have built your Smithy to become an heirloom. Use it frequently. Rekindle the lost traditions of cast iron. Let it play a small part in setting the table for warm meals and pleasant memories with friends and family. Pass it on wisely. Smithy Ironware Co. Okay, so this is the flat top, and this is just, oh my goodness, it's beautiful. So they tell you what to do with your first use and your cleaning. There's a care instructions on here. Obviously, I just opened it, so I haven't seasoned it or anything like that yet. But here, wow, this is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. So this is what it looks like. This is beautiful. So this acts as not just a griddle, so I can make pancakes and eggs or anything like that, tortillas, but this also acts as the lid for the other one that I got. And what's really exciting is I got Style and Stewardship engraved on here. You can, this is just, I mean, if you wanted to get something for someone as a gift or a wedding gift or anything like that. So this is really heavy, and I still need to get the sleeves for the handles. For now, I'm just going to use some these new pot holders that I have, but this thing is gorgeous. I'm super excited. And then it says Style and Stewardship on it, so oh my gosh, that is, so this is made in the USA, made in Charleston, South Carolina. So I am going to place this one back in the box, and we are going to open the other one. And these are made to be heirloom pieces, to be passed down, to be to last a lifetime. So that is the first box. Now we're going to open up the next one. All right. Let's get that out of the way. So this is the number 12 skillet. I can't wait to open this one. Okay, so I got both of them engraved because they were running a special. Engraving, I think, costs about $40 or something like that, but I actually got it free because when I got it Labor Day, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it was Labor Day, so it was the sale of the... So here is the skillet. Really excited. You know you're a foodie when you get excited about pots and pans. If you find that you go to the store and you get excited about the pots and the pans and the glassware and the dinnerware, you might be a foodie. So, oh gosh. So this has the same little welcome message in there. It also has the care instructions, storage, all that good stuff. And I'm gonna put those aside. I'm super excited about this. So there's a little spot of a little glue dot, and they put holes so that you can hang them. So if you have like a gourmet style kitchen, you can hang this. This is just absolutely gorgeous. It's this beautiful bronze color, which it'll get dark as I cook with it. And it has a really, really smooth, almost mirror-like finish. Absolutely gorgeous. Cannot wait to use this. This again has Style and Stewardship. Oh my goodness, it's beautiful. So this is the 12-inch. So this is pretty deep. Like I said, the other one is to be a top for this one. So let's take that out and just let me show you what that's like. So the one that doubles as a griddle and a lid, you literally just put it on top. Oops. Lid as well, and it'll be a lot easier to store it that way. When I say these bad boys are heavy, these bad boys are heavy. But this is skillet and lid in one. I mean, skillet and griddle, they all have this mirror-like super smooth finish. So I cannot wait to cook with these. I cannot wait to use these. And there are some other things that I'm going to be just switching up in my kitchen simply because I want to cook with healthier items. You know, I want to be able to know that I'm cooking in cast iron. I know that that's going to last a lifetime. I know that there's no crazy, you know, toxins that can come off that. I absolutely love that these are going to last a lifetime. There are things that I love, like my air fryer and my Instant Pot. And this video is not to tell you to go out and buy anything. None of this stuff is sponsored. All of this is purchased with my own money, with the exception of the gifts, like from my mom-in-law, because I want to slowly remove a lot of the things that might be toxic to our family, or things that just have not been around long enough to be like time tested and heirloom quality, and things that are really going to stand a beating in the kitchen. Because let me tell you, when I cook, sometimes it gets messy, and sometimes, you know, I take care of my things, but let me be honest, sometimes I have a lot of things going on and I might neglect something and possibly get a little burn on it like I got on one of those green pans. Can't wait to use this, and I wanted to share it with you specifically just to show you how I think about health and wellness. It really is holistic. So from my body care stuff to my hair, to my products, to my makeup, to my cookware, I want it to be healthy all around. And I want it to be something that, yes, if it costs a little bit more money up front, it's going to save me in the long run from my body not having to break down certain toxins, or my liver being overburdened because it's faced with chemicals and all of those things. So that's how I look at things holistically. I hope that this just gives you some ideas. Cast iron, it doesn't have to be the amount that this one was. They have another brand that's been around for years called Lodge. You can find that at Walmart. You can find that online on Amazon, and that's another option too, and that will last a lifetime as well. So just think about what you're putting your food in, and just take a look at anything that you have that may be chipping or being scratched, because those things can possibly be leaching into the food that you're cooking. So until next time, your life matters. What you do that matters. So what will you steward well?